Hi, everyone. I'm Deanne Castro. I'm a creative memories advisor, and I love to create scrapbook borders for my pages, which I've shared on YouTube. And one of my viewers asked me how I create the print and cut embellishments that I keep talking about that I put on my borders. So here's a sample of one of them. This is out of the Something Blue embellishment pack that Creative Memory sells. This is the original, and this was the one I used on my printer that I did a print and cut. So my printer, for some reason, doesn't always get the color dark as the originals, but otherwise I can make them the same size, and you can't really tell the difference in color once I have them on my borders. So let me show you how I do that. I'm going to share my screen here. And the first thing I do is I go to my Creative Memories website. I go to the www.creativememories.com, and I have an account already. If you don't have an account, just create a new one. It's free, it's simple, and it opens up a whole new world for you to do this. Okay, so you go to sign in. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put in my email. Put in my password, and it brings me to the front page of the website. So there's lots of different things in here. There is the new items that you can look at that have just recently come out. You can go to the Creative Memories blog. It opens up a new window, and you can see all the new ideas that have been shared on there. And what I'm going to do today is I want to go to shop. So you can purchase all the regular supplies, the papers, the cardstock, the embellishments and tools and all that kind of stuff in this section. But I'm going to go over to digital. Okay. That's going to open up the page that shows you all the various digital items you can purchase. You can create some custom foiled spines for your scrapbook albums. You can create some 8x8 custom paper albums. Those are a lot of fun and super easy. You can do custom albums, so custom cover and refill pages. You would just upload your photos to add to these sections. You can also do just a plain album cover, which I've done several times for my 3 grandkids. It's so much fun to put their actual photos on the cover of the albums. And just custom refill pages, either a 16 pack or a 2 pack. Well, what I want to go to today is looking at all these various digital kits that you can purchase that match the papers and the embellishments and everything in our original collections. So what I want to do is I'm going to go to the National Scrapbook Day kit. I have already purchased this, but I just want to walk you through it. So you would click Add to Cart, okay? And then it goes up and it adds it to your cart. And if you look at what's in your cart, I've got a few other things in here now. The digital kit comes up. So you'll go down to the bottom once you have everything in your cart that you would like to purchase. Oh, and by the way, you can choose an advisor to get the credit for when you make these purchases. If you don't have an advisor already, I'd be happy to help you out. Just search for my name, Deanne Castro, and it'll come up and you can choose me. And so if you don't mind, it'd be great to get a little bit of credit on your digital purchases or your other purchases, as long as you don't have another advisors already, okay? You would go to view and edit cart. Check, uh, check and make sure everything that you've got ordered is in there. And then you would go to proceed to checkout. Okay. And then you would go ahead and check out, put in your credit card information and that kind of stuff. And I'm going to take this off here because I've already purchased it. Okay. Once you purchased it and you get your confirmation, you then go up here to your name. You would click the down arrow and you would go to my account. All right. This comes up with your various orders, different things that you purchased in the past, your recent orders and stuff like that. And you would go down to my downloadable products. That's where your digital items will be downloaded to. Okay, click on that. It opens up your My Downloadable Products. Then the things that you purchased will show up here. Would go over to all the various National Scrapbook Day things that I've already purchased, but more specifically for this video, you would click and download the elements. So see here, it's the elements that you want for your embellishments. Click on that. It says 7 minutes, and it doesn't take that long. So just wait for it to download. And once you do that, you're going to want to open the file. So mine are automatically downloaded to my downloads folder on my hard drive. Okay, so it shows complete. And then I would click and open that file. So let me change the file. I don't know how to do this. I'm going to do stop share. And I'm going to go back to share screen. And I'm going to show you my downloads. Okay, so here is the CM National Scrapbook Day downloads that I've just put in that file. So I'll open it up. I'll choose the elements, and then I'm going to want to extract all. Then it'll ask me where I want it extracted to. Now, my typical place that I save all of these is in a folder that I've created and named CM Digital Downloads. Okay, so then I would go ahead and I would select folder, and then I would hit download. Now I've already got it in there, so I'm not going to extract it. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this. That's what you would do. Okay, so then it would go into your digital downloads. Then what you do, and then I'm going to minimize this. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to go to your Cricut, what's it called? Design space. Okay, so I'm going to download these. And then I'm going to share here, and I'm going to now share my Cricut screen. Okay, so what it does is, you guys who are familiar with your Cricuts, you go into your Cricut, you choose My Stuff, and then you would go to either the things that you've recently added. These are all your projects that come up. And I had created a new project, so I would go to New Project up here, and I created a new project that I called National Scrapbook Day, or NSD 2024. So I've already uploaded one item that's in there. So now I'm going to go to customize, and I'm going to upload more items. Okay. So I'll go down to upload image. I'm going to click browse, and it's going to take me to my elements, or my digital download file. And then I would double click on the National Scrapbook Day elements, and it takes me into all of those elements. So now what I'm going to want to do is anything I'm going to want to print multiples of, or just maybe one or two of, I'm going to upload into the Cricut Design Share program, onto that. I don't know what you call it, into my project. Okay, so I'm going to want to add this other mushroom. Okay, so I'm going to double click on it. It's going to open, and then it's going to ask me, do I want a simple, moderately complex, or complex image type? I like to choose the complex if I've got a lot of detail in it. This one doesn't have that much detail in it, so I could do simple if I wanted. I'm just gonna, this is what I always do. So now, granted, you guys, I am by no means a Cricut expert. This is all I really do with my Cricut. Um, I know there's all kinds of other really amazing things you can do, and you guys could be teaching me, I'm sure. But I'm just gonna bring it in. I'm just gonna leave it because the background's already removed on here. Hit apply and continue. And then the key is to choose print, then cut. And that's how I do all of these. So now I'm gonna upload it into my design space area here. And then I'm going to go down and click on this one, and I'm going to add it to my canvas. Okay, so it's going to make it kind of big, and that's all right for now, because what I want to do is if you do leave it this way with the Cricut, it's going to cut all the way down in here, all the way up and around, which would be fine if I was making a big one. But I'm actually going to make this smaller. So what I want to do is I want to add an offset. Okay. It's going to automatically come up with this 0.25, which is going to show all of these areas that it's going to put an offset to where it was going to cut on these blue lines. I don't want mine that big. I just want it to where it's going to minimize a lot of the extra detail on these. So I'm going to make this a little smaller. And I'm going to then wait for it to make the design the thing around here a little smaller because I don't want tons. I'm going to um, wait for it to go a little bit smaller, and then I'm going to wait for it to get smaller on here. Um, and let's see real quick if I can. For some reason, it's not moving. It's not getting any smaller. So hold on just a second. So for some reason, it's not making this smaller. Oh, shoot, it did. Like I said, guys, I am not really good at this. So I didn't hit apply. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go back to offset. Okay, now see how that line's getting smaller and it's getting closer to the design. That's what I want. So I'm just going to make it about, bring it down just a little bit, bring it in closer. So it's going to add an offset on there. Okay, so now I'm going to click apply. It's going to make it black automatically. That's not really what I want because I don't want it to print in black. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to change the color to white. Okay, now what I need to do is Cricut thinks that the offset and the mushrooms are the two separate entities. So what I want to do is I'm going to put them together. And by doing that, the offset is highlighted. I'm going to hit shift and click. So both of those items are highlighted. And then I'm going to go down here. I'm going to flatten. Okay. So now it's one item. And now I can make it smaller because I don't want it to print this big. So I'm going to go up here to more. And I'm going to estimate and make sure that this lock is on because otherwise when you make it smaller it's going to change the proportion and that's not what you want. Okay, so I'm going to make this about 2 inches high and then it's going to change the width to match the 2-inch high. Okay, bring this down a little bit. And then there we go. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to save it again, just to make sure I've got everything saved before I go to make it. Now my Cricut is not um, attached, so it's going to give me an error message, but you guys will get the gist because you guys should know how to use your Cricut. So I'm going to go to make. I'm going to want multiples of these so I can do, change the object copies to maybe 5 each, hit apply, and then they'll all come up, and then I'll go to continue. And it's not going to connect to my machine because it's not on right now. But then you go to your printer. So you put your cardstock in your printer. I use anywhere between a 60-pound white cardstock to a 120-pound white cardstock. I can't always tell much of a difference. So if you just want to go in the middle, maybe a 100-pound cardstock, that would work. Then you'd print it. Then you'd come down here, you would choose the heavy cardstock or you'd set your Cricut to heavy cardstock, and then you would put, print it out, put the paper on your mat, and make your Cricut work. And your Cricut then will cut those out. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And then you would have all the pieces that you need to make the various borders or add to your pages. So here again is the original. Um, I purchased from Creative Memories out of the Something Blue pack. And then here's the one that I did the print and cut with. So you can see that the print and cut for my particular printer makes it a little lighter in color, but otherwise they're the same because I made that one particular size. I've also used, oops, it's backwards. Thank you. Put it on cards and that kind of stuff. So I hope that helps you guys understand when I tell you that I purchased the digital kit from Creative Memories, downloaded it, put it in my Cricut design space, and printed out the embellishments so that I can do multiples. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or comment, just message me on YouTube here. My email is deannecmc2@yahoo.com. And again, if you don't have an advisor, I would be happy to help you out. And you can go to my website to check out all the various products that we have. It's www.creativememoriescom/user/Deanne Castro. All right. So hope this helped. And thank you so much for watching. And let me know what you think. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye.